What's up, Black Girl Book Club podcast? How y'all doing on this lovely Tuesday? Y'all ready to talk about Mr. Relic, Mr. Blue Eyes? Y'all ready to talk about him? Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Make sure. Hi, hi, hi. We're gonna let the people come in. We're gonna let the people come in, honey. What's up, y'all? I hope my computer do right because these comments ain't been doing right the last couple of weeks. Who in here? I see you. All right, I see y'all. What's up? Say hey, say hey. How is everyone's Tuesday going? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Black Girl Book Club Podcast Day, everybody. What am I doing, y'all? Trying to figure out what I got going on over here. So tonight we are talking about Relic by Antoinette Sherell. It is book 4 or 5. Savvy had 2 books. No, Savvy had a book. Shabu had a book. Treasure had a book. So I think this is book 4 of the series. And would y'all say that you have to have read this book? I mean, read the books before? Because somebody asked me that. Do y'all think that you have to have read the books before for you to be able to read this one? Let me know what y'all think. Or can this act as a standalone book to y'all? So tonight is we need to do a countdown. I need to put like a little countdown timer in the group. But we have less than 20 days till Indie Love. If you attended the Black Romance event this past weekend, let us know your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time? Who did you get to meet? How many, I was gonna say how much money you spent. Baby, get out their business. Who did you meet while you were there? And all of that good stuff. I am super excited. I'm sad that I did not get a chance to go to it's like every year, it's another event that I feel like I absolutely have to go to. And now this one is another one that's added to my list of events that I feel like I must go to next year. It's so I really just need to be a person who go to book events, all the book events, and have nothing else to do in life. Let me put that on my vision board for 2026. Okay, that's all I need to do for with my life. It's just do book events. Um, so Indie Love is recently the Black Romance. I can't think of the full name of it. But the Black Romance event was this weekend. Whoever hosted that, put that together, congratulations. It looked like a well attended event. Oh, everybody seemed like they were having a good time. So congratulations on that to you. I can't wait for Indie Love. If you're going to Indie Love, let me know so that I will be able to see you while we're there and hug everybody and show love to everybody. I'm so excited. I did. I went last year. I was gonna say I didn't go last year. But I did go. I didn't go the year before that. But tonight we are talking about Relic. Let me know if you have read the book. Just a reminder, just in case you're new here, if you have not read the book, um, I'm gonna spoil some of it. I'm probably read the other books. It'll help better understand. Yeah, Andrea, you heard? Okay, you ain't no punk after all. I called you a punk in the comments the other day, but baby, you heard, you don't care. But yes, I'm probably going to spoil a little bit of the book if you have not read it, but I'm not going to get super duper detailed, I don't think tonight. Um, but yeah, we you will talk about a little bit of it. So first of all, Do you love Relic now or do you hate him still? Because from book one, Savvy's book, the first book that was a part of this, it can be a standalone, however, reading the series. So you read it. Come on down. After reading the first book, I think we were all like, no, really. Okay. Um, he was just like not that guy. And then it's so crazy because the cover of this book, the man on this cover got me weak in the motherfucking knees. Okay. And when I read Savvy's book, I actually, because he just seems so wrong and just like a bad person, that's how he looked in my head. He wasn't this fine. He wasn't this fine, y'all. He was not this fine the first time I read. And so that made it easier for me to dislike him. But baby, this man on the cover of this book right here, I don't give a fuck what he done did. I don't care who didn't even beat up. He can get it. He can most definitely get it. Let me know what y'all think, baby. She did it with this cover. She had me at the cover. Okay? She had me at the cover. For real. Because, baby, hold on, y'all. Okay, cool. She had me at the cover because he looks the fuck good. All right. And so that kind of changed my mind already before I even read it. Before I even read the book, I was gone off the cover. Like, let me see what he got going on. He might can be a look forgiving. He might have redeemed himself with the cover of this book, baby. You know? So let me know what y'all thought about it. If y'all fell in love with him or if y'all still on the fence about him. Let me know what you thought about the ending. Everybody's saying they love him now, they love him now, they love him now. Woo! Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. Tonight we're talking about Relic by Antoinette Sherell. I am so glad this book came out because I was in a little funk. Like my book world lately, it ain't been given what I needed to give. Hey Jennifer girl, you here? Yes. So like this was one of my books that brought me some reprieve. That had me like kicking my feet up, and all that stuff. So let's get into the book. So boom. Again, tonight we are talking about Relic. Disrespectfully Relic. That is the name of the book. Disrespectfully Relic. So let's start there. Okay. She was still able in her writing. That's what I'm saying. This book was like a breath of fresh air to me. She has a way with words, and she was able to keep him true to who he was while still making us fall in love with him. Did anybody else get that too? Did anybody else get that sense of, you know what I'm saying? Like she did that, right? And then the book before this one was Treasures. Did Pierre get his own book? Or Perrier? Well, how you say his name? He got his, I think he was a part of Treasures book. I feel like he had his own book. But we got a glimpse of the, I guess you would say, evolving because he hasn't evolved yet, but the evolving Relic in the book prior to this one. And we got a chance to see him in a different light where he's not just a woman beater and he's not just, well, we all thought he was a rapist at one point, right? Oh, excuse me. So let's take a little step back, just a little bit, right? So, like I said, there are four books. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. Four books before this one. And in the very first book, Relic um was accused of possibly allegedly, let's go with allegedly, raping his brother's girlfriend and impregnating her. She um passed out, she was drugged, passed out, woke up knowing something had happened to her. But she didn't know who, what, or anything like that because she was so out of it. But she does, hey Tosh, but she does remember seeing him leave the room, right? And the villain that she painted him to be and that she portrayed him to be throughout this story or the first book, you would have totally thought that that is what he was capable of doing that, right? And so at the time, we was ready for Shabu to disown him. We was ready for his ass to go to jail, and I was hoping that that wasn't his baby, even though it would have made for a really good some drama. I was hoping that that wasn't his baby because I felt like it would have destroyed him and his brother's relationship, right? So, coming from that, I just wanted to go back there because he was a true villain. Like he was mean, he was abusive. And that kind of brings me to let's where this book starts, right? Because he's fighting his demons. He is fighting the death of his son. We learned in the last book that he had a son. He is fighting the death of his son's mother, his baby mama, right? And the reason that he is fighting that is because he had a hand in having her. And oh, some just came to me, y'all. Some just came to me. Do y'all think, because even with Kennedy, with what we know about Kennedy and him, it seemed like he be coming to kill and destroy. He be coming to destroy. So he coming, because when you think about what was the baby mama name? God damn it, it just left my mind. But when you think about her, she was a good church girl. Then here he come and turned her. Hey, and then with Kennedy, now she got a scored up face. So do the ladies need to stay away from him? Oh, and his mama said that he was like cursed or whatever. Right, he's not a rapist, Jessica. Bitches beyond really. Aaron, so you a relic lover. You are a relic lover. So he is dealing with his demons and he wants to deal with those demons by doing drugs. That was hella wild to me and a great opener to the book because you already invested. Like, not this fine specimen of a man gonna start doing okay. Now she came out punching. She came out punching. And so he dealing with his demons or whatever. But the right after that, which he didn't do no drugs, praise God, baby, because we do not need Relic the crackhead, okay? So he didn't do no drugs, but then right after that, we have no, he didn't do everything. He didn't do right after that, we get to see Relic the father. So, what do you all think about him as a dad? And his son's name is Jail. He was just having them in front of him to flex his mental. No, he was not flexing his mental. He was fighting. He was fighting for his life, Aaron. He wasn't flexing his mental, baby. He put that stuff out on that table. He was ready to end it all. But him as a father, I liked him again as a father because he didn't become a different person, but he did. It's hard to explain. He was still Relic, but he was like Father Relic. And it was just so touching to see, I guess you would say, especially when you dig deeper into what he went through in his childhood, right? What he went through in his childhood to be able to see him with his son and to kind of almost right that wrong that his dad did to him, right? Because his dad is deceased. So he can. He firm, but he a good dad. Trying to break curses. Right, right, right. So he was a good dad. I love, he was open, honest with his son. It wasn't yeah. Their son said he cursed too much. But y'all know what pissed me off? When he asked him if his grandmother beat him, whooped him, whatever. I feel like it's the same thing. And he was like, she say, that, but that's the same thing that happened with his mama. That's how Jessica got out there because the mama was so hard on her. She ran into the first thing and got caught up. And so she's doing the same thing to those kids, beating on them, him and his sister, right? And then for him, it's so crazy how they weave these stories because he is living somewhat of the same lifestyle as Relic because he has to look out for his siblings just like Relic did. He has to be there for his sister and protect her from the grandmama who whooping a butt every chance she gets, right? And so I think in the second book, we're going to get more of her and Relic checking her, the grandmama. I think we're gonna get more of that in the second book because there is a part two, everybody, to this, right? So I think we're going to get more of her, hey, in the second book, but I'm ready for him to check her. Like, you not finna be around her beating on my son, and you gonna be turning him into just like his mom. Okay? We don't want that, right? And I guess the grandmother is kind of doing the same thing that the daddy did to him, Joseph, which I know his daddy was a complete monster, but I'm just saying. But Relic, the father, we love Relic, the father. I think you know what he did? He was doing the best he could. We're going to say that because that baby got on him later on in the book because he wasn't on his A game. But he's still getting used to fatherhood because he just found out about the little boy. How old is Jael? How old is his son? He's older, and he just found out about him, so he's just getting into parenting, right? So boom, that's what you have Relic. He dealing with his demons. He's dealing with, his past with his father and his mom and the issues that he has with his mother. Y'all know one thing that's really like been heavy on my heart. And it's a lot of men like this out there in the world. Men who have bad relationships with their mothers. So I was listening to a podcast or I saw it on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. And someone was saying how that's just so I can't remember the word they use, but it's like the person who is supposed to be your protector, you can't go to. This is like your first person who's supposed to nurture and love you, and you don't have that. Judith kind of framed him as if she kind of framed him as if he became what she spoke over him. Oh, he became what she spoke over him. She said he was cursed because of his eye color. She said that, he was almost like demonic and he became that person. And then his father showed him how to be that monster person too, with his abusive ways, how he used to beat on them and stuff. So that is really eye-opening. Wow. Okay, girl, I see how you did this with this book. That's what I'm saying. That's some good writing right there. But anyway, so he's dealing with all of that. He's a new father, but he still have his stuff going on. She put everything she wanted to do and say to Joseph on Relic. Oh, you sure right. Man, that's messed up. For you to treat your son like the man who is beating your ass every day. Mm. Child, and all that baby probably wanted was love. That is crazy. Judith got to get it together. So, did she redeem herself with her grandson? A little, was she still treated him kind of bad? But do y'all feel like she was trying to do better? Because he still don't fuck with her. He do not fuck with Judith, his mama. But nobody else better fuck with her. But he don't mess with her. Do y'all feel like I had like a love-hate relationship with her as the book went on? So boom, there's Relic. That's what he got going on. So then enters Miss Kennedy. Everybody enters Miss Kennedy, and she is getting ready to open up her salon that Relic owns. That he is. Did he give her the salon? I was a little confused about that. He offered it to her. She declined, but she still finna open it up. I was confused. Somebody put me. I missed something in that. Okay, so she is going through the hiring process of hiring people for her new salon. Big dog Ken, baby. And y'all like that he called her Big Dog Ken. Oh my God, y'all. Just smiling and stuff every time he would talk to her and everything. The biggest. Okay, so boom. So she's getting ready to hire people for her salon, right? And she is okay. So a little backstory on Kennedy. She worked. Okay, so the first book is about Savvy and Shabu. Savvy had a best friend. We're not gonna get too deep off into it. You gotta read the book if you haven't already. Whoop. Whoop convinced her to manage the salon. Okay. Shabu was like putting her out, and he noticed something in Kennedy and he brought her in, but it was Savvy. So Savvy had a best friend. We put that in quotation marks because she was a snake. And then the best friend had a cousin who owned a salon, right? And the best friend had a cousin who owned a salon. The cousin's name started with an M, but it's not coming to me right now. But she had a salon. Kennedy worked. Hi, Erica, girl. Kennedy worked in the salon that Savvy's best friend cousin owned. Okay, so she do her. She was beautiful. Okay, like somebody to be admired. Like her beauty was just. It wasn't Michi. That's Savvy cousin. But the salon that Kennedy worked in was owned by somebody else. Um, Savvy best friend, the ones who drugged her. She owned the salon, right? So, which that is a big point of the book. So, she worked at this salon. She was a stylist, right? And in the course of that, um, the girl who owned the salon got blown up because she was running her mouth, Maya, because she was running her mouth. Kennedy got caught in the crossfire and was burned in the salon. And guess who started the fucking fire? Y'all, it was Relic. When I say that, it just kind of just ruined the story for me, just a little bit. because baby, you not finna set me on fire and then we finna be in love and live happily ever after. It's just not happening, baby. I'm sorry. Do y'all think we gonna make it? I like them together. That king and queen and chess stuff. Oh, it just did something to me. I like them together, but baby, how do you forgive that? Is she going to be able to forgive that he did that to her? But anyway, so she's doing some hiring. She meeting somebody at a restaurant. They talking. She's interviewing her. It was a girl who worked at the salon before, but the girl talked too damn much, and it didn't work out. They end up having words. She going about her business or whatever. Did she run? Did she go to the Then she went home. She was in the shower, and Tekken came, her nephew. When Kennedy find out she's about to blow everything Girl, big. That's when she really gonna be big dog Ken, baby. She about to show his ass. But I am so glad that Kennedy and Tekken made up because she put his ass out because she found out that girl, I know. She put his ass out because he was selling drugs. Okay, so Kennedy was the um caregiver. I don't want to say caregiver, but parental figure for her nephew, her brother's son, Coda. Coda is her brother. He was killed, and so she was caring for her nephew, Tekken. He was a teenager, stayed with her, came and stayed with her, and she was taking care of him, trying to get him on the straight and narrow. And her biggest fear was for him to be in the streets and selling drugs and stuff like that because that's what took her brother away. And so she was doing everything she could, doing hair out of her house, doing everything she can to make sure that he good. And I guess she wasn't moving fast enough, so this nigga go start selling drugs. And when she found out about it, she put his ass out. She put his ass out. And so they were kind of beefing because he was like, you know, I don't have nobody else, and you gonna put me out. And I was trying to help you, right? So they was beefing, but now he is a successful rapper on Relic's label and everything. And so they kind of made up. But I was so happy for that because I felt like they really didn't have anybody but each other, and I liked their dynamic. She was like his mama, but he was like kind of grown to have a mama. You know, she was too young to be his mama, but she still took on that role and she loved him. This was her beloved brother's son. So she did love him like a mom, right? And so so they made and everything. And then she ended up going to the girl, he got all the businesses, baby. He about his business. It- he was about his business. He had the restaurant, he had the record label. What else did he have, y'all? Y'all write Relic resume in these comments, baby, because he was bossed up. Okay. I don't like him, but I like him so. Was bossed up because he was a definite asshole. Because you don't have y'all on Instagram. I miss y'all so much. You know, you have some ignorant guys in books. You know, a lot of them be kind of like, but Relic is a different kind. He did not fucking play. I could feel when he was getting into it with that girl at his record label, the one who had got attitude and the one he was sleeping with. And when she had got buck with him, it was like she'll leave and everything, and he grabbed her jaws like this. I could feel it. I could feel like him just squeezing her jaws. Yeah, jaws closed. Happy. I don't think maybe my mama might have did it, but never no bad. He was scary. Erica, what you think about him? Because you don't be giving the men a pass when they be on that bullshit. Hey girl, hey Queasy. Okay, so boom. So Kennedy. She's hiring for her salon, but Relic owns the salon. He's the demon most B brother. Uh-huh, her. Right? So she is hiring for her salon, and she is made up with her nephew. And what else Kenny got going on in the beginning of the book? So anyway, because I'm being real long-winded, I miss this type of podcast, y'all. Okay, so anyway, so boom. Yes, girl, I could feel he was holding them jaws. So how they cross paths is okay. So we know Kennedy's backstory. You know, she was burned in a fire. She was taking care of her nephew. That's how she kind of got in with the family and everything like that. Three books out. Okay, all right. And so that those are their stories. That's what they got going on. So then the way that they come together is Savvy is like, so really got all these businesses, baby. He's so bossed up. She's like his business manager. Okay. And Savvy is his brother's wife. So she's like his business manager, but she is like going to school. She knows the streets because of her brother and first love, right? So she's like going to school. So she can't really, and she's not really street smart, I don't think. And really needs somebody that is street smart who know what the hell what's going on in the streets. And so he's had a few interactions with Kennedy. They had some close encounters at the gala in the last book. If you ain't read that, you gotta go read it. So they've had like some close encounters. They've had a few conversations. So he just liked the way she moved, and he can tell that she is street savvy and she about her business. That's why he called her Big Dog Ken, right? And so Savvy needs some help, and so he see how Kennedy moved, and he kind of got a thing for her. But do y'all think he got a thing for her because he feel bad because he's really the cause of what happened to her? Or do y'all think he got a thing for her because he really like her? See, they be messing me up in these books with that because it be like Captain Saber, but then the chemistry between them and just the interactions that they have with each other, it be like he really feeling her. He really like her. You know what I'm saying? So the way that they start working together, first of all, his son has her phone number because he told his son that was their girlfriend. That Kennedy was their girlfriend. So the son be talking to Kennedy, and he didn't set up a date. He set up a date between Relic and Kennedy. He wanted them to be together, I guess. And so that was cute. The son kind of set that up. But then Relic seeing how Kennedy moved. So he approached her with a business deal. I know. He approached her with a business deal. He wants her to take on Savvy's role, right? And so, oh my God, that conversation that they had, oh, where my notes said, the conversation that they had when he approached her, and they had like they little banter. She was like trying to prove to him and say to him, I'm not one of them. Like, you put your hands on me, I'm fighting back. We're gonna bang out here, okay? We're gonna bang it out, right? And so but the way he handled her was just like, listen, I'm that nigga. He had me blushing. But it was like love, but it was also like ignorance. I don't think it's something wrong with me because I was like so feeling it. He was just saying little stuff to her that would like really get your panties in a bunch, get them wet. That first interaction. Do y'all think? Because she was playing really, really hard. She was playing real hard. Do y'all think not have a title on Instagram, y'all? No, hold on. Send you the link. But Girl, yes, honey. Grab my face. No, don't grab my face. Don't grab my face. Don't grab my face. Okay. Um, she was trying to play hard, but do y'all think she was feeling him too? Do y'all think she was feeling him too? Let me know if y'all thought that she was feeling him too. Hold on, y'all. Let me do something real quick. Y'all put that in the comments. Let me know if y'all feel like Kennedy was feeling him from the beginning, or was she just trying to play hard to get, or was she really like not feeling him or whatever? Cause baby, he would have had me as soon as he took them motherfucking glasses off. Let me tell y'all, when he took them glasses off, it would have been on and popping. Okay, but she was trying to play Miss Hard to get. So I guess. Oh, but also y'all, what do y'all think about how everybody is like, why is you entertaining her? Why are you trying to get close to her? And you know what you did to her. Like, okay, Nat, I just sent you the link. And you know what you did to her. Like, why is you trying to get close to her? Like, you really playing with fire. Like, let that girl be. But no, he want to play with fire and then try to get the girl to be his manager. Like, he really psycho. I don't know. I might have to be with Judith on this. Right? And so I just keep thinking about him and just like his swag and the way he was talking, and I'm flustered. And even with the book, okay, I'm flustered. He got me flustered. I don't know how Kennedy didn't fold. Folded. Right. So she told him, okay, cool. I'll be your business manager. Give me a contract. Let me know how much how much money you gonna pay me and everything. Cause she say I ain't like them other girls. Like you can't digmatize me, honey. You got to there we go. You guys to pay me, baby. Yes. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, so y'all, I got a special guest for us tonight. The author is here. We have the Antoinette Sherell here, girl. And you might want to change your name on your thing because
I
I
know.
know
I see it say my son
sometimes
name. I'm trying to.
it be different. But I'm so happy you heard. It's been so long since she been here. She is one of our OG authors. Um,
Okay, there we go.
she's one of our OG authors. She came on when we first started out, And so I'm so glad. So we gonna do like a little intermission here, y'all. We finna take a little intermission so we can talk to the author. So excited. Talk. Let me see if I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can't hear
Okay,
you.
hold
I
on.
ain't think I could. But I'm so excited to have her. Y'all show her some love in these comments, and we want to get her thoughts on how she made us go from hating Relic to loving him to like being enamored with him. So let me see if you can hear if I can hear you. Let me
Can you
see.
hear me now?
I can't hear you. You might have to go out and come back. Hold on, let me see. You not muted or
Right. I
nothing
just
like
checked
that. You
too.
just gonna have to connect your sound. But that's what I want to know, how she was able to do that. So y'all put y'all questions in the chat too. And we need to know what's gonna happen in this next book. How is she gonna make them get together? How is she about to set this up? Because if I'm Kennedy, baby, oh, they said they can hear you. I just can't wait. Oh, you know what it is. Go, girl. My bad. My
Okay.
bad. My bad. My bad. I had my sound muted on the computer. Well, I'm so glad you are here. Are you?
I must have came in a little earlier, too early last time because it was like it's not available. I was like, dang. But I'm
Re-
good.
You
I'm glad I
good?
happened to check. I was like, let me get on Instagram and check and see if she up there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's here. So you doing all right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's been a lot that has happened in your world since I think we were first introduced to you. You have had a lot of success. You
Yeah.
have like Savvy that came in and shook the table a little bit
Really,
with
yeah.
this series, right?
Yes. This series
So
definitely took off.
yes, how is that for you?
Um, I don't know. I'm just I'm just going with the flow at this point. Trying to keep
Really?
up.
Uh-huh, because it's like doing so well. I'm so excited and so happy about it.
Thank you. It surprises me
Um,
every time. I'm like, dang.
they really rocking with it, but it
Yeah.
was so good. This was such a good series, which you know we rock with you the long way. We've been reading all your books,
Yeah.
but this was really good. And like, I like it when the readers get hip, you know, to like really good authors, and they like short to show that love. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
That's
saying?
what I've been saying that recently. I'm like, okay, they starting to catch on. They coming. They coming.
Right. And so I'd be happy for the authors. I'd be happy for the readers too. Like this that good shit.
Yeah.
This is that good shit y'all been missing out on. And so this series did it. You know, this series like brought it home for you and everything. And so you said you just taking it all in, basically,
Right.
enjoying it.
Hmm.
That's good. I don't think you've been on here since that. Believe we didn't have you on for Savvy. I know we talked about it, but I can't believe
Right.
we didn't have you on for that. So tonight we are talking about Relic. So we're not going to overshadow him.
Okay.
Um, how did his character evolve in your mind? Because from the when we first met him to now, he ain't too different
No,
for
he
you,
obviously he's
is
not
he?
different. He really not.
You
It's
think it's
just
the cover?
y'all saw. No, it's just that you guys saw like parts of him through other people, and now you're getting to see from him. He's doing the same stuff, but why he's doing it. And you get to see like everybody saw him as a villain, like, oh, he's mean to everybody, whatever, whatever. He treat the family wrong, and now you get to see how he's being treated and why he responds and reacts to certain people the way he does. So really, it's just you guys are actually seeing stuff from his point of view. So
Mhm.
you're just starting to sympathize with him more.
I think we just a little turned on by him, really.
I think so too,
We
but I like crazy guys,
might be
so
a
I'm not
little
surprised.
stigmatized around her in this book world. Like,
That's
he's
that definitely
still mean. He's still mean. He's
still
still
the
kind
same.
of ignorant. He grabbing people by their cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He's still mean. So, like, what's the difference?
Nothing.
So, we're just seeing him from his eyes. Now, I
Yeah.
will say I did kind of feel bad at how Shabu and what's the other brother name?
Titan.
Titan treated him.
Right.
They kind of shunned him a little bit, and he
Like I
had been
said, now
there.
now you see it from his side of why he was
Right.
acting the way he was in other previous books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he loved
So
them to death. He would do anything for his brothers.
anything for his brothers. He is down for them. And so he even took on all that heat with Savvy and everything. Baby, this needs to be about 3 hours long. But anyway, so I saw how you eased this in on us in the previous books about how this whole Kennedy, and when I saw that, I got so excited because I was like, this is going to make for an amazing book.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose, or did it just kind of, did you always know that, or did it just kind of
With
evolve
that
and happen?
Kennedy?
Mm-hmm.
No. Nope. It kind of just happened. Like we knew somebody got burned at the shop and it was whatever. And then when I was writing part 3, I was going through the books, reading over it. And you remember in Shabu book, I know it's been so long, but like he had already met her when he messed with Maya. He met her at the shop that one time when he paid her to do the girl hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what if I bring her back in? Because I had always been looking for relics, a love interest. And it was just like, Nobody fit him. Nobody could work for him. And I was
Mhm.
like, what if he get with the girl he injured? Like, you always gotta have that chaotic type of thing. So that's how she came in. Like you can even tell because like my character names, I always do like extra dramatic names, and her name is just Kennedy.
Mhm.
She was never meant to be
Like
a
a
main
big
character.
player.
Yeah. So
What?
that's why she has a plain name. It was just and it just happened like that. When I was reading through it, I'm like, what if I pull her back in? Like some like kind of like a karma type of thing. Like you finally fall for somebody and karma gonna F you up. Like, so yeah, that's how that came about.
I saw how you did that. Okay, so we got to see Relic as a father, which I love. I
Yeah.
think
I
that
did
probably
know
gave us a
that.
soft
I
spot for
did.
him.
Yeah, Jessica, that was already in there from the beginning. Him mess with Jessica and him having a kid.
Hmm. I don't know how I feel about the whole Jessica situation because I felt like she was gonna be a problem.
She was. She would have been.
I felt like she was going to be a problem, but that was his mama. You know what I'm saying? And now he don't have a mama,
Mm-hmm.
and it's at the hands of his dad.
Yep.
You know, right?
And that's why
And
that's
so,
like he don't have a lot of regrets, but that's one of his regrets. Because
mhm,
in his mind, initially, he feel like he was projecting because he has a bad relationship with Judith. So
mhm.
in his mind, he was doing Jaleel a favor until he realized he did more harm than good. Like, so he
Oh,
wouldn't have a mom like he had and go
wow.
through what he went through. But in hindsight, he kind of made it worse because now his son don't have a mom. So and if you look at the stuff Relic does, he always does that. He does something. That's why I look at him like as an anti-villain. Like he's not good, he's not bad. He does stuff for the good in his mind, but how he goes about it is always wrong.
Mm, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That's good. Yeah. That's why you gotta be an author to do that.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so we got to see him as a father.
Mhm.
We got to see him as a lover, right? We didn't see him in the bedroom getting buck wild, but it's usually he be rough and mean and don't give a fuck, right?
Mhm.
But with Kennedy, it's a little different. He's still rough and he's still wild, but you can tell there's a little care there
Mhm.
in in their, I wouldn't say love making because he was still pinning her to
I
the
think
wall.
she just matched his energy, so it was more he was more into it than with other women. Like,
Hmm. Hmm. So, like Kennedy's character, or are you going to give her a softer side? I like her character, but she big dog Kennedy. She definitely gives that energy. She's not soft or
mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like
I
nothing like
mean,
that. But I also feel like it kind of, and I hate to say this because it's like such a buzzword now, but it kind of puts her in a masculine place.
it does. Like, like the conversation with that she had in the car with Lamar, he was like, "You act like you're the nigga in the relationship." Like, and she's like, "No, but yeah, I think she will be soft. I can see her being soft, but she will soften up." Like she
Mhm,
said, like she has to feel safe and comfortable with a guy before she lets her feminine side come out. And I think that's with any woman.
mhm,
Like we kind of have to guard up until we feel like we can be soft.
mhm. And then she's been
So
hurt so much, you know, first
exactly.
with the brother best friend or right hand or whatever, and then, you know, losing her brother and everything like that.
And then
I
the
don't think
boyfriend that
we
left.
got a good look into her family life outside of her brother.
Right. So somebody else had asked me that too. So um the same way I did with the first series, the first book was mostly about Savvy. And then in the second book, you met all Shabu's family. So kind of now this time it's kind of like it's swapped. The first was Relic, and now in Kimmy's book, you'll see all her family. You'll see the first love. You'll see all that. Like
Oh, so we
Yeah,
gonna
so
get some of
we're
that.
gonna go when in her book we're gonna go into her. So everything y'all didn't know about Kenny or y'all didn't see, y'all will see.
So it's gonna get even better, y'all.
Hmm.
Ooh. So we got to see him as a father. We got to see him as a lover. We got to see him as a son
Hmm.
with Judith. I don't know. I kind of feel like she's hardened or she was hardened when it came to him.
Hmm.
And y'all know I be liking to give people grace, but it was hard for me to give her grace. I
I don't think
understand she was
anybody.
abused and
I don't think
everything,
anybody gave
but
Judy grace.
nobody gave Judith grace.
Nobody. And I kind
Did
of,
anybody give Judith grace in the comments?
and even when I wrote it, I was like, dang. I was telling my test reader, this made me hate Judith even more. But then, like when I read it again, I kind of did it because I felt like they both. I can't really explain. Like they both were traumatized by the relationship with his father.
Okay.
Like I feel like I don't know. I can't really explain. It's like
They
they
went
can't
through that together.
right, but from two, like I said, it was like from two different, ends of the spectrum. So they would never see eye to eye because they both saw that situation two totally different ways.
Mm,
Because she saw it as her son choosing a man that abused her over her, and he saw it as his mom basically neglecting him and giving his other siblings more love because
mm,
because he still wanted to have a bond with his father.
mm.
So, I mean, in hindsight, you can't really fault Judith for feeling how she felt, but as a mother, if we're gonna always look at it from a mother's standpoint, like how could you teach your child like that?
Yeah, right. I also I one of the reasons I like her a little bit more. I still don't know if I'm giving her a lot of slack when it comes to Relic, but I kind of feel like she is redeeming herself with her grandchildren a little
Yeah,
bit.
of course, like that's very obvious. Like
Mhm.
even if she won't admit it, and I think once they finally can talk and she can actually just admit that she was wrong, I think he will let a lot of that hurt go. But you can
Mm.
tell that she's trying to make up for that with her grandchildren. And like he told Savvy, like she don't give her that. She doesn't deserve that redemption through my son. Like,
Mm.
so that's what she's doing. I don't think she hate Relic because I don't think she hate Relic at
That's what
all.
I'm
I
saying.
think,
Like at the bump pop or at the food truck,
mhm.
it was like I don't know.
Yeah.
Almost like hearing you say that, it's almost like they one and the same person.
Listen, I lie to you not. My test reader said that. She was like, I read it, and she was like, and I realized why they don't get along. And I was like, why? She was like, because they're just alike. She was like, they're really just alike.
That daddy did a
I
number on
don't
them.
see any wrong in what they do. They both are like, they feel like everything their actions or what they done is validated, and what the other person has done, they can't understand. Like they're both, I guess they're both like stubborn. They both have the same. She was like, they really have the same personalities. That's why they clash so bad.
Mm. But you know what? Erica asks, do you feel like his relationship with his mom affects the way that he treats women?
Yeah, but that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Because he hates her, he hates
I was about to
women.
say he said it before. Yeah, like I think what did he say to Kennedy when she was like, why did he treat girls like he do or something like that? And he was like, because the woman that was supposed to love me most, like treated me like this. So
Have you had a way with words in here? He said they both like dropped some gems, even when they were talking about like the chessboard
mhm.
and just how them pieces be moving, and then the way they was talking to each other,
And
and
that's
she was
crazy because everybody was like, that's their favorite one out of the book so far. The way they talk to each other with the chessboards, and it was crazy because I thought it was basic, and I even thought about changing. I'm like, because they
like,
always do like with the king, they always do like the king, the queen, the chess. So I was like, is it too basic? And I was like, well, I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna do it my own way and whatever. It's
You
done
did.
now.
You did that. You did that. You did
I
that. Cause
did.
I was feeling it, like just like their interactions and their chemistry and things like that. But speaking of that,
Mhm.
that's gonna all come tumbling down at some point. Or you gonna crush us.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's a given. Like I don't even have to tell y'all that for y'all to know that. Like it's like they're gonna go from, and that's why I said it's. I think I put it on a post, but people might overlooked it because I was like, them two together on the board, like they're perfect. Like he said, you like challenges and I love to win. So it works because the queen really runs the board. She protects the queen. That's how you win in chess. But what happened when they on different sides of the board? Like,
Mm.
it's gonna come to that. Like it's
This type of stuff, I be excited, but then again, I be like, don't break my heart.
I feel like this
Don't
this book,
don't
I feel
break
like with
it.
them is just like one big mind fuck, honestly. Like,
Really?
yeah, to me, that's how I feel. And because Relic is a mental person, like he has feelings. We could tell he has feelings. Is to say he has feelings would be crazy. But he's more logical than with his heart. That's how he moves. Like what you do has to make sense to him. So I feel like this whole like with them anyway, like it's like a mental game between each other. Like to see who can win. So it's kind of like somebody has to at some point they're gonna have to be like, all
Somebody
right,
got lose.
somebody gotta lose. Like checkmate. Somebody gotta
And so that's kind of like how you ended the first book was like Relic won. Or we
um
think he did. We think he
yeah, because
did.
y'all are blaming
We
everybody think
don't
it's
know.
him.
We don't know. We
It
think
might be
he did.
him, might not. You can never be too sure of a relic. That's just being honest.
Because we don't even know if it's him or not. But
Well,
in
yeah,
her mind, it's him.
yeah. Well, I'll give
He's
y'all that. In the house is not him.
mhm.
But you don't know if the play is him or not. Like you don't know if that move is him.
Not the move, the chessboard,
Yeah, like
Lord
you don't know if
Jesus.
that's him.
But then people be saying, "Don't let this type of love find me," where we sitting up here just playing a chessboard game throughout the whole
Right. Like
relationship.
he gonna have to get out of there and realize like he has feelings. And it's crazy because I think that's gonna be the hardest thing for me, like giving relic emotion like towards a female at that. Like I feel like he's kind of soft with as soft as relic can
He
be.
is. He is. And I think that's what played on our softer side for him
Yeah.
because we got a chance to see him show something
Yeah.
because in
Like he's
other
still
books he
aggressive, but
just
you can
didn't
tell
show
he's
nothing. It was
yeah.
just like he just didn't care about
Exactly.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like with this, we got a chance because the things that he did for her, even like from the contract and him paying her, that much money to help him, the trust that he put into her.
But see, the thing is, like, do you feel like he's doing it out of guilt?
Ooh. I see, like with that, it'd be like, is the love really real? Like my
Is he?
mind won't let me
And see,
think
yeah,
like
it's
that.
hard because you know how relic is. So it's like,
I
is
want
all
it
this
to
for
be
a
just
reason, or
pure
is he?
love.
And that's gonna be hard for y'all to feel like, is he doing all of this for a reason, or do he really like this girl? Like,
Because he's definitely like he'll use his dick.
he don't have no
Like he
problem. Yeah,
did with Aurora. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like, oh, it's sacred.
right. And
No.
then just brushed her off, like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
tired of
like he
you.
knew what
Like,
he was doing. He knew what he had to do to make her do what he wanted her to
right.
do. Oh, Relic. Don't
And that's the
do
same thing
that.
with Logan. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's pretty much what he does. And that's
Oh, Logan and her boo.
yeah, with the officer, yeah.
That's gonna be good too because that's not flushed all the way out. What's gonna come out of
And that's
that?
what I said. everybody, and but I did it intentionally. But I said everybody is so focused on um who's in that house
Hmm.
that they're missing so many big pieces of the plot that they overlook. Like it's so many pieces everybody is overlooking because they
We
worry
so
about
worried
who's in
about
that house.
them. Who in the house? Yeah, because Logan gonna be a problem. That fool gonna be a problem. Lomar, he gone? Did they break up? Because I think he gonna be in there too.
He ghosted her like after
Mm-hmm.
the stuff happened or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. So
is he gone? You never know.
yeah,
She
that's what I'm
saw
saying.
Maya um in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
But all
Yep.
the stuff popped off that night with Sojourner, so she didn't even get to tell the girls that she saw Maya. So them nobody even knows Maya back, but her. Y'all didn't even realize
That
that.
might mean that the cousin back.
Yeah, that mean Kiko back. Like,
Yeah, yeah. We gonna have a lot to talk about because it's a lot to left to uncover
mhm.
and to come to pass. So is this just gonna be two books? Because with all that, I feel like we gonna
That's
be needing about three, four.
right. So it was initially supposed to be two books. I didn't realize how complex Relic would be. So I'm thinking it'll probably be three, like the first series. But this time I'm gonna put this is part two. If you know, I say this is the
Hmm.
this is part two of a three-part series. So people won't kill me because they are mad they saw that cliffhanger. But in my defense, I thought people knew it would be a series because the first one was a series.
Hmm.
But I think because Treasure and Pierre was a standalone, but it said, but theirs was, it literally said an interlude. An interlude,
Hmm.
and it was like, even in their synopsis, it was like, the brother series would commence after this interlude. Like I put it in the thing. So I assume people knew. And I
They were
showed
gonna be like
Relic and Kennedy's
covers.
covers. So I thought
Hmm.
everybody that was like a dead giveaway that it was at least two books.
Well, I feel like with series, especially if they are so good, like these are, it gives me a reason to go back and read the like because like Relic is a twofer for me. Like I need to read this two times because I know that like you said, it's gonna be so much stuff that I missed or that I didn't see. And so
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, I can go back and read it again
It's so
before
many
I
people already
read
saying they done read it two, three times, trying to like and keep coming to me
it.
with new stuff and new stuff. I'm like, I'm not telling y'all. Like I can even
And does
confirm,
it
I
make it
can't
hard
confirm.
for you like that?
Does it make it
Like
hard?
when it's not complete and it's so much left to be said and you have your readers, you have your
Oh
fan
hell
base.
yeah. Y'all make me nervous. Like y'all like I be feeling so much peer pressure. That's why when I really get deep into my rant, I try to like stay
Stay
off social
offline.
like that's the downside of when it starts doing really well. It's like that pressure on you and it's like you want to rush you want to hurry up and get it into your readers, but I can't rush because the minute you gotta look hold on. The minute I put out like some lackluster stuff, y'all gonna be ready to fight. Y'all gonna be like, in a way you went from this to this.
Especially when it comes to this, like
Yeah.
these, because
I was like,
these
there's no
we
way.
be invested in these characters,
Right.
like they be our people.
And
So
it's like
yeah, for sure,
everyone,
definitely don't rush through it. We
and it's
want
like
we
everyone
want
I want to
all
be
of them.
better. Every next book need to top the previous book, you know. So I know it's always not gonna be, some people they still love their Shabu, like nobody can beat them, got their Pierre, but you want it to be good. They all you don't want to be like, oh, I like this one and this one, but I don't like this one. Like, so it's yeah, I be stressed out. I ain't gonna lie. I be like, oh my gosh, the peer pressure be real.
Yeah, y'all better leave her alone. We need this book good. I like my books good. I don't care if it
Me
take you
too.
a
That's what
long
I tell
time.
them.
I be wanting to read them, but I don't care. I be need my books to have me like not eating, not sleeping.
That's how I say I like my books. I like to write what I like to read. So I need it to be.
Right. Aaron asks, is Kenny's book already ready?
If we having this conversation, that should
She
let you know.
said it.
But I like the first quarter of hers is done. Only because a good part of hers was in the first book, but I cut it. So
Oh,
like
okay. I see what you're saying.
yeah, I cut it at that part. So it actually went longer, I just
Mhm.
cut it because I was like, I felt like once all the stuff come out, it should be in Kennedy's book, and then y'all see how she reacted to that. So
Girl, like for real. Well, we so glad you came to talk to us. We don't want to put no pressure on you. So we gonna wait and see. It's so much stuff that's gonna come out in these next books. And it's gonna be like we probably gonna be mad and ready to fight.
I hope
Because
I was about to say I hope not, but y'all is.
no, we are. I
Mm.
already know. So just turn your inbox off. Cause we gonna be
They'll find
ready
me.
to
They
go.
will email me on my website. Everything they will find me.
They be coming for you. So, but yes, you did an amazing,
Thank you.
amazing job with this series. And I just wanted to talk to you to kind of get your thoughts on Relic because he went from the fan not favorite, I can't think of what I want to say, to a fan favorite. Like
Right.
when you get done with this, he's probably gonna be top dog.
I think so. He's
He
already top
probably gonna
dog in my mind anyway. So, but
mm.
yeah, I think
So you
so.
got favorites?
Yeah.
And he
Um.
went up, baby. He would be mine too, baby. This cover
Yeah.
it
I
took
love them
me
all
under.
anyway, but really, I like him. He's different to me. I feel like he's different,
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Are
crazy
you
but
gonna
different.
go deep into him, like really deep, like cause like that whole eye situation was doing something to me, where he didn't want to show his eyes, where he felt like they were bad, and that kind of thing.
I feel like that's
It,
ingrained in him though, like because he's heard it for so long, like so he's always gonna have a negative connotation about his ass, and it's so ironic because like in the first beginning of the series, it was like you saw how women reacted to him, so you would think, and he uses it like he used it at the salon, and Kenny was like, I know you didn't just let him back his ass and trick you out of some money, but he used it to his advantage, but it's crazy because it's the thing he hated about himself most, like.
And they so beautiful.
And that's why I think that's why I say I think his book was like y'all start sympathizing because you see stuff like nobody would have thought he hated his ass. Like
Yes, that was very surprising to me.
everybody would have thought like,
And
oh, you know how
then
people are.
his eyes and her scars. Oh my God.
Right. And that's why he's when they first met, when they had the conversation with Shabu and he was like, you have scars and I do too. Like, that's what made me look at you. He was like, yours are just external and mine are internal. Like, yeah. So
To be loved. Are they going or are because they're both very hard people.
hmm
I understand that of course they can have a connection because they both kind of hard.
hmm
Do you think that they'll be able to have like love,
I think so.
like soft love?
I think so.
You think so?
I can see Kennedy being soft for him. I can see him being a sucker for Kennedy. I can see it.
Hmm. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you go, but I appreciate you. I
Thank
appreciate you
you.
for coming on. Is there going to be anything in between, like with Treasure and
I don't know.
period? No, you don't.
I've been thinking about it. Honestly, I have, but it just depends on how fast I write. Because if it's gonna hold me up from the series, then I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I do have something in mind that I want to do, like a surprise drop in between. But we'll see.
Okay. Where are you gonna be at this year? Are you going to any book events?
No, I was at the Black Romance Book Fest this past weekend, but that's the only one I did this year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm
How was
done.
that for you?
It was good. I was surprised because it was like such a big turnout. I just knew it was going to be chaotic, but it was busy, but they were very organized. Like I felt like it wasn't that much pressure at all. And I don't even like doing book events. I try, but
I understand that.
Yeah, it went way
'Cause,
smoother than I thought. I was like, okay, I would do this again. I was very surprised because baby,
oh,
I was
good.
preparing to be stressed out, but it wasn't that bad at all.
Oh, good. Yes, Jennifer, you better get into it, honey. But I appreciate you. I thank you. Tell the people how they can get in touch with you, how they can get on your website and get in your
Oh no,
inboxes.
ma'am. No, I'm sorry. You can find me at Still Trapped in My Net on Instagram, trappedinmynet.com. That's my website. Facebook, Net Williams. I use my real name up there. But if you put Antoinette Sherell, you should still be able to find me. But yeah,
Okay.
don't stress me out too much, y'all. But y'all hit me up. I love talking to my readers. I do.
And we love talking to you too. I'm gonna stay on y'all after she gets off for a few minutes just to get my final thoughts on Relic. But I appreciate you so much. And maybe you can come back like once it's all done.
Right, yes.
And we can talk about how like everything kind of evolved and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much. And
Thank you
thank
for
you for
inviting
hitting
me.
me up on Instagram. Y'all read this. Y'all, the covers were good. Y'all make sure y'all get this, read it. If you haven't read the entire series, read the entire thing because it's all so fire. I still be listening to when he Shabu played that song for Savvy in the club for her birthday. I
Oh,
still
the
be
birthday.
listening to that. Yes, yes. So it's good. It's good. Like you have those books that you like get into them and you like be in there. And this was like that type of series, like where you be in there with the characters and you
Yes, I
get them. So you
appreciate it.
did your thing. I'm
Thank
happy for
you.
you. I'm very proud of what you got going on.
Thank you.
And everything. So yes, 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 yes. Y'all make sure y'all go and support this series. Go follow her on social media and follow her works. I love her books. So I'll talk to you
All right,
later.
thank
Bye
you, y'all.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, y'all. So that was so nice. And I'm sorry, Instagram, I didn't want to cut her off, but for anyone who wants to be in the group and see like the authors and stuff like that, I don't do the side by sides on Instagram. You have to come to the Facebook group. I will put her contact information in the comments. Oh, yes, girl, you got to get into this. This is so good. This was such a good series. Thank you, Mama. But yes, okay. So my final thoughts on Relic. So we got to see him in all of these different facets. But at the end of the book, something happens where thank you so much, Erin. Something happens where Kennedy, because I feel like they both liked each other, but they were both on the fence because they felt like they could not trust each other. So although they like having sex with each other, they working together, she's trying to protect him, like all that kind of stuff, right? I still feel like they have like this tension because they don't feel like they can trust each other from their past and like past relationships and all of that stuff. So it's still like, like some friction there, right? And so at the end of the book, Kennedy is like damn near about to lose her life. She's hiding in the closet because somebody done broke into her house. And in her mind, the first thing that she go to is Relic is setting her up. And that was just like, damn, we had made progress. They bumping and grinding. They getting along. He's showing a little bit of vulnerability as much as he can and everything. And then now here we come to this. And so that's another thing, like with their relationship, it's like, will they ever be able to trust each other? Because they're so scarred and broken. And then on top of that, when she find out what he did, that's really just going even it. I don't think that he's setting her up at the end of the book. I hope he not, but he could be playing a game with her because they doing that type of thing with chessboard and everything. But it's just like I don't know. It's just so good because you just be so confused, y'all. And so that's like where I'm leaving it. Like if you don't trust, there's no love. It can't be no love. And then once that trust is broken, how do you get it back to be able to have the love? Oh my God, Jesus. So those are my final thoughts on Relic. And I don't have a book for next week, but I will post one tonight for us to talk about. I've been reading, y'all. I've been freaking reading. Alrighty. And so I'll post the book for next week. We gonna rock. I trying to get something really special for y'all before Indy. It's not concrete yet, so I can't say nothing about it. But stay tuned for that. And then is that yet? It came out on the it come out on the 6th, but it don't come out to the 6th, Aaron. So we're gonna have to push that back because people gonna have time to read it. And we don't know how long it's gonna be or nothing like that. Um, but yes, so I'm working on that. So that'll be before Indy. So we probably just need like one or two more books. Yeah, it comes out June 6th, but that's Friday, right? And then the podcast is Tuesday. I don't know. We may be able to do it. But yes, we'll talk about that because I know y'all want to talk about that. Y'all want to get into it. I started it. So, which book is right before Relic? Perry, I don't know the name of it, but I know it's Perrier. I don't know why I can't say that man's name. It's his book. So you have Savvy and Shabu, Treasure, and then yeah, because Treasure and the cousin is messing around. Oh dang, I ain't asked her about Lowe's. And cause him and his wife got some stuff going on, y'all. They then got divorced, but he won't let her go and all kind of stuff. So I forgot to ask her about that. But yeah, y'all, that is the Black Girl Book Club podcast tonight. We went a little over because this was a good book and I was really excited about it. And I knew the author was going to be on. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight and engaging and everything. And I got y'all. And I appreciate y'all so much. So stay tuned. Introduction, but I'm gonna do it when I go. It's the Black Girl Club podcast, the Black Girl Club podcast. Hey, and I see y'all next week. I will be on. So, bye, guys. Oh, Arca, that's a good one. I started on that one too. I'm telling y'all, I've been reading everything. Oh, that might be a good one. That might be a good one. But I'll see y'all next week and I'll post the book for next week. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much. Bye.